You're not entitled to any money.
That's not true.
Well, I'm telling you that you're not entitled to any money.
But you haven't heard my story or seen the evidence.
What
I have not.
What I'm telling you, madam, is the following. You have no lease to his apartment.
We had a verbal contract.
No, you had no lease to his apartment, and you accepted in satisfaction of having no lease $1,000, which is what you gave him, and you cashed it. And he's not responsible for your having to find another apartment, which cost you more money. You had a responsibility. You're a grown woman. And if you saw an apartment that was a bargain, you hop on it. You say, I want my lease. I want to sign it. I want to give you the money that right now for it, so I know it's mine and I know it's held. That's what you do as a grown-up. You didn't do that. You had the perfect opportunity to get a cashier's check for $5,500 the day before you went there, and you didn't. And you modified the lease before he signed it, so you had no lease. You had no written lease when there was supposed to be a written lease. This wasn't a verbal month-to-month tenancy. This was not a verbal month-to-month tenancy.
No, it was not.
Right.
It was a 12-month lease.
That's a lease for a year or more has to be in writing. And I'm telling you, you did not have a written lease with him, and you failed to fulfill the terms of the lease by not bringing a sufficient amount of money with you. Your case is dismissed.
No, ma'am.
We are done.
No.
Court is adjourned.
We are humor me
done.
to hear the story, please.
We are done.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, yeah,
No.
you are.
Sir,
Well, then there's a breach of contract, right? Because you told me you were going to hear the case.
I heard my
You
case.
did not hear.
Ma'am.
No, I won't go. No,
the case is over.
I'm not going.
The case is over.
Actually, I never got to speak. I'm not going.
So I'm just curious, would you have felt any different about the plaintiff being a hustler if she had not cashed that $1,000 check that he had refunded her for what she had paid towards her deposit?
I would still have thought that she was a hustler. Mm-hmm. He agreed, because of a friendship with a mutual friend, to rent this woman an apartment for less than its going rate.
Yeah.
And he held it for a month.
For no money.
Really for no money. She got the lease. She made an alteration on the lease. She never sent it back. She never acknowledged that she had it. The day before she left Arizona, she went to the bank knowing that she owes him $5,500. And she took out a check for $5,000.
Weird.
And paid for a check for $5,000. You know, I've been in this business and heard these landlord and tenant things long enough to know once she moved her things into that apartment, that $500 security deposit,
gone.
He was never going to see. He might have hounded her for it for a couple of months, and then he would have said, all right, forget about it. And she knew that. She knew that. That's what makes her a hustler. That check for $5,000, that cashier's check, instead of $5,500, says to me, hustler.
Fair.